I tilted the camera wrong. Here we go. Hi. ILY. It's skycat.live, and it is 2:30 in the afternoon on 11/9/2023. It is Thursday, November 9th, 2023. And on this stream today, gotta cleanse the evil yokai demon energy that has plagued me. On the stream today, you will see RustHZ Zombies for a brief period, World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore for all day, and Final Fantasy XI Horizon Beastmaster for all day. And thank you for tuning in, guys. I'm going to keep it brief because I don't have too much to talk about, other than I'm going to do a personal shout out to a friend who was injured in a car accident. And I'm sorry this happened, and I hope they feel better. We all say, may you get better fast. You know what I'm saying? And so at that point, I'm going to go back to the business of gaming here. The video is up and running. Okay. And thank you guys for hanging around. Thank you for all the loyal viewership and the stuff that's been happening the last couple of weeks. And we're back to it, you know what I'm saying? May they get better fast, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because it's like, you know, shit, I've been in a car wreck that fucked me out for a year, and I know what it's like. I was in a sling for 3 months, couldn't have sex, couldn't leave the house much because they were like, if you move and don't let the injury heal, you will rip the screws out of the plate in your fucking shoulder and fuck your shit up permanently forever. So guess what I did? I was evicted over poverty and shit, so I moved my entire house with a ripped up fucking shoulder from a fucking moped accident. Sorry, let me get the big face out here, by the way, guys. Sorry, so you can see what I'm doing here. And so what do? I moved my entire house into my car because I was poor and fucked up and I couldn't work. I couldn't even drive a car. I was an Uber driver, but I couldn't drive a car because I was in a sling with a plate in my shoulder, fucking recovering from surgery. And so I ripped the plate out of my shoulder. So they go back in and they tell me that the plate they put in was for an old lady. It was, and they told me this because they figured I'd sue them, but I didn't. Like a man like my friend here who didn't sue this kid who isn't suing this kid who hit him. I didn't sue the hospital for putting the wrong plate in because they were honest about it. I was like, that's okay. I can see making that mistake. It wasn't something that you did that was very negligibly bad to me. And they're like, okay, well, we're going to take the plate out for free, and I'm sorry. And I was like, that's okay. So they went back in, they took the plate out, and then they had to go back in again another time, and it was 4 times all in all. To take another look at the tissue and stuff, and it was 4 invasive surgeries. I'm sorry, it was 3. 3 invasive surgeries. It was fucked up. And for a year, I couldn't do anything. And they're going to tell you, don't do stuff, right? They're going to be like, don't do stuff for a couple of weeks. Trust me, you want to follow that advice because it can cause terrible. You can get stuck in rehab and they won't help you unless you go to rehab and stuff like that. You can get stuck in rehab. You can, like, you know, like they won't cover you. Sometimes, like, you must do what they tell you, I think, and it sucks. Like, when doctors tell you to do stuff post-surgery, I think I'm a firm believer in doing what they say because it's actually more dangerous than it looks. Their orders are for a reason, and I defied them, and I paid the cost. So on top of it, man who stands, don't defy the doctors like Skycat did, or you might have 2 extra surgeries. And the plate that they put in, they had to take out. So that the entire point of putting the plate in was so that I felt normal for the rest of my life, and I do. I mean, my arm's fucked up and it hurts, and you know, it's fine. But like, you know, but I ignored their orders about, like, you know, about doing stressful things when I had a broken shoulder and a broken clavicle. Well, a broken clavicle, really. And yeah, that's my other vice is yeah, I'm sure not everybody has a problem like Skycat with like a opposition authority, but opposition authority with doctors can have costs, and it had a cost for me. It sucked. So on that note, I'm gonna go out and kill some zombies here. No, I'm gonna go farm here, so I can pay the base upkeep. Yeah. Oh, I'm also gonna run my kit. Yay! Free kit. We're going to fire up the other games. No, wait, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait like 5 minutes to fire up WoW and Final Fantasy XI because Rust doesn't play well with others, so we're just gonna. I mean, it'll do it, but it doesn't do it well. So we're just gonna go find like hopefully 2 or 3 metal nodes, and then just call it a day. I capped out on this server XP wise, so I can't. Aggro ass deer. Yeah, crossbow. Oh, I have a pistol on me. No. If I cook sulfur, I can make bullets and use the pistol, but I didn't cook sulfur, so. Gonna put on something in the background here. Channel content. Live streaming is good. Okay, all this stuff is good. Gonna put on what I was listening to, which is a thing about fascism stuff. I've been playing a game called Bioprototype, one of the Kill 'em all games where you just get up and stand still while the waves of monsters spawn. Best game, only takes ASDW or my joystick to play. Yeah. I assume you're speaking to me by speech to text right now, right? So yeah, the big one, I don't know if you played it, I haven't played it yet, was Vampire Survivors is supposed to be super fucking good. I don't know if you played this one, but
like, oh my god, I just
so this is supposed to be the super good one, man who stands. It's just basically 2 buttons, right? See it? But everybody played this game. Everybody in the world played this game. I'm surprised I didn't.
I'll trust the chat.
This is supposed to be the good one. Everybody went nuts for this game. This game got a 10.
Whatever has gone wrong whenever I did that. Yeah, that's totally fine, right?
Oh, yeah, you can see it. Yeah, you can see it, yeah. I mean, it does look fun, but I don't like bullet hells. This is an RPG bullet hell, as you can see.
Good, all right, there we go, nice.
I think it does look good.
Yeah, maybe this is good.
Yeah, maybe it is good,
Okay.
I've never seen this game.
Dude, my damage is just so bad, man. It's so bad. Like, I'm not killing anything.
I was like, there's no way I'm even looking at a bullet hell. But frankly, bullet hell, and it never occurred to me, a good bullet hell might be really fucking good because it's only like 2 buttons. It's like 2 buttons and instincts. That's it. Yeah, it's like you're sticking your like what you said. You said games that only take ASDW or whatever, right? Yeah, this game you can play this on a controller. It's got 2 buttons, right trigger and the stick.
Well, how do I pick them up? I can't. I'll be too close to the mobs.
Ouch.
Hey, look.
I mean, I don't like bullet hell, but it does look fun, you know?
Okay, good, I got it. One more projectile. Okay, let's do another one.
The progression probably gets good.
There it is. Run circles. Yeah, I know. I'm doing that. Trust me, guys. I know what I'm doing, okay? I played this game for almost a whole hour. Yeah, I know what I'm doing here.
Music's good.
Okay, let's circle back around.
I'm sure everybody's seen this game, but I hadn't. Oh.
There we go, nice.
Yeah, I think I got the point. Yeah, I mean it looks good to me. Probably can play it with two fingers, and that's good. Vampire Survivors. Interesting title. Oh, you're really me too. Yeah, I can fucking text. Yeah, I used to multi-box the keyboards for WoW raids and dungeons. Yeah, me too. But we all really know the real reason I did it was for the PvP and transmog farming. Dungeons can wear 2 different gear sets, so better all up nods getting the mogs faster. Now there's a real WoW player. Yeah. I have been triple boxing Final Fantasy XI, New World, and World of Warcraft Hardcore. And it's been dangerous, and I've lost 3 characters, but I'm higher than I've ever been. I'm like level 17 now, and I'm going to keep going. And we'll just see how it goes. But let me tell you, if you want to die in Classic Hardcore, fight the AFK boss. Because, yeah, fighting the AFK boss in World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore, you will lose. It's like the elevator bosses. We've all lost to the elevator boss at least once in our lives. You can't do that in Hardcore. You can't die to the AFK boss in Hardcore either. So that's what I've been doing, which is pretty much the most destructive thing with your time that I can basically think of, Hardcore. But oh my fucking god, I'm addicted to it. And on top of it, I'm playing a rogue, so all I have to do is walk up. I either press the 1 key and throw a dagger at the mob until it's in range, or I just hold down my mouse 4 key, which is macro with my oh, I like you, man who stands. It's always good to talk to you because you can actually relate. Most people can't. It's yeah, my 9-button mouse. All I do is hold down my mouse 4 key, and my character just auto kills pretty much everything in Hardcore. Rust eats my damn frames sometimes. It's got a memory leak right now, or no, it's the storm. Well, in any event, I've got a full 24 hours in this base, and there's more metal cooking, so I'm okay for now. I don't think I want to play any more Rust. I know I got what I wanted from this. There we go. Come on, give me my frames. Give them back. Yep, give them back. I know you memory leaks, but you can get better. Yep, get better. Damn it, get better. Oh, Rust memory leaks bad. You can feel it. There, see, now I got it back. What happened to Rust? What the fuck, man? Fucking stupid client. So not only am I Hardcore... What server are you on? I'm on both. I've got, I missed what you said. I'm sorry. So I am on, I've got a level, oh, no, I died. I died on Skullbreaker when I was very drunk. Skull Rock. I used to have a level 10 rogue on Skull Rock that was sitting in, what's the name of the undead city? Brill? Something? Brill? I think, yeah, Brill. But no, because I had heard that OTK was on Horde side, and I was like, ooh, Horde side. But then when I was super drunk 2 days ago, I got on both my Hardcore characters, and I tried to kill things that were 3 levels higher, and I died, because I was too drunk to even do my clickies and stuff. So I learned about that too. I haven't done Hardcore in 10 years or something, so that was kind of cute. So now I'm making an earnest attempt on Defias Pillager, because I am a member of a superior alliance faction. I have always been a knight champion of the alliance. Always been since Classic. I have been a knight champion of the alliance. I roll with alliance field marshals. And I have many Horde characters to cap. I have my double agent achievements. I have 3 level 60 Horde, and I don't know how many Alliance or so. I have 0 level 60 Alliance. I now have the only characters that cap on retail I have are Horde. So I went Horde on Emerald Dream because of a friend of mine, a Scarab Lord friend of mine asked me to. But I'm Alliance, and I roll with Field Marshal Alliance friends and people from Suit Up and Tsunami and Adept and people from Kill It Please and all these Australian PvP kids that ran with me 1900 plus RBGs way back in the day. I'm talking like Kata, shit like that, right? And so, yeah, kind of can't really turn my back on the Alliance because I have a friends list full of Field Marshals that frown on it. Don't know any Horde. I've got one Horde friend who was a Scarab Lord from, We Opened the Gates of Encourage on the Venture Company. And my friend Law Dog has the mount. I was a Night Elf Rogue for my first WoW character back in the day. Yeah, that's what I am now. Night Elf Rogue is bad compared to human, but it's not like I'm doing reputation grinds. I'm just in hardcore trying to reach level 60. I don't give a shit about 2 shits about raids. I don't give 2 shits about dungeons. I don't give 2 shits about gear. It's hardcore. You don't have to. None of that stuff is required at all. So, I don't care what race I am. So I went Night Elf because she's pretty and has big boobies. You know? It was going to be two things. It was either going to be night elf because she's pretty and has big boobies, or human because when she's blonde and half naked and has big boobies, she's beautiful, right? Like, or maybe a warrior, right? Yeah. Like, you know, yeah. It was always going to be one of three things, It was always going to be either night elf female or human female. I can't stand staring at man ass all day, and I can't stand staring at weird furry ass all day. I mean, I am Worgen. I'm Worgen. My main is Worgen. Well, no. My main now, on a retail anyways, is Volpera, Mistweaver, which is about as far from traditional WoW as, and my main is, well, no, now my main is Drakthir Preservationist. So I'm a Pres Evoker. And that's my main. But then my other main is Mistweaver Volpera on retail. I don't like normal things. And then before that, my priest is still Worgen. She's always been okay. I race changed from night elf. My original priest was, well, my second night elf priest. I sold the first one. My second night elf priest is the one that I still have. Her name is Catalista. I guess I could pull her on the armory, perhaps. I don't know. But you know, yeah, there's some people playing what they call true hardcore. No trading or age, no mail. No, I don't believe in that. I don't trade. But I do use the auction house. I don't know why the auction house would ever be banned. Who the fuck cares about the auction house? If you're strong enough to have a lot of money, isn't that what the game is? Okay, the game to me, Man Who Stands, isn't welfare gear. It's weird because I was on such a high level back then that I have all the raid achieves. I have 19,000 achievement points. I do. I finished all the raids pre-Kata, like all the way to Kata, like all the way through Kata. So like I was one of the world world endgame world competitive raiders. I really was. I have the achievements, you know. And my view on this is loot that drops from bosses and raids is kind of welfare gear that you have to pay a lot of hours to get. BOE epics are where the real skill are, and I've thought this since WoD, and I stopped raiding in WoD. I haven't stepped in a WoW raid since, I guess I did beginning of Shadowlands. I did the first boss in Castle Nathria. That's the only raiding I've done in 12 years. To me, real men or women or whatever buy BOE epics. And so that thing about auction house, no. Also, how are you supposed to get a potion when you have 3 mobs on you in Darkshore that are all 2 levels higher than you? How are you expected to attain a potion that's going to help you live through that on hardcore? You can't. I challenge you to do it. I challenge you to go get a healing potion at level like 13, right? That will actually keep you alive when you accidentally pull 3 mobs. You can't. You have to go to the auction house and buy it from a level 20 that can actually make it, you know, like that can actually reach the herbs to make the potion. It can, you know, this healing potion, you know, you can't get this at level 13. I mean, you can, but you're not getting enough to survive your run. So I think that thing about no auction house is I think it's good in a hardcore raid setting. I don't think it's normal or sane in any hardcore to not use the auction house. I think that is ridiculous. That's like saying, I don't want to use weapons, or I don't want to use flight points, or I don't want to use... I don't agree with that one. I think the entire game is the auction house. I could give 2 shits about Nefarian and tier 2 loot. 2 shits. I literally care more about going and taking a dump in my bathroom than Nefarian loot from fucking 20 years ago. But I do care about 500 gold. I absolutely do care about 500 gold. And I think 500 gold has far more value than loot that drops off Nefarian. You couldn't change my mind about this. I am a greedy. I've had 20 million gold in my lifetime, You know, I'm a greedy trade goblin. I sit there and I farm and shit, and I don't know why it's like self-castration to limit yourself from the auction house. Now trades I don't do, and this is you know, this is evidenced here. What is that? Is it accessibility, or I don't know, what is this? Interface, I think, right? I have it all blocked for social, I think it was. Block trades, block guild invites, block chat channel invites. I don't want to see what my friends are doing. I don't want guild member alerts. I can't do the profanity and all this, but yeah, and I have a very specific way I'm going about this, and the auction house is how I'm doing this, because I'm absolutely not stepping in a raid with 40 scrubs who don't know how to do anything and are too old like me and don't have fast response times. I'm not doing that. There's no way. If somebody was like, Skycat, I'll fucking PayPal you $10,000 to go do Nefarium right now, I would be like, no. The answer is no. Nope. But I'll take $10,000. I would take a 10,000 gold challenge, raise 10,000 gold on the hardcore server, and I'll give you $10,000. That I would do. But going to Nefarian is absolutely, unequivocally, a absolute fuck no answer. Nope. Would rather run backwards naked through a desert. You know what I'm saying? No Nefarian, no raiding, no BWL. I'm not some fucking fronter faker who acted like he was back then. I put in 1,700 days, and you couldn't pay me to step foot in Blackwing Lair ever the fuck again. Never, ever again. You couldn't pay me. Hey, you want $100,000 to go do tier 2? No. The answer is no. No. I hate raiding. I hate raiding like I hate fucking Nazis and rapists. Never doing it again. No. And so yeah, what else am I supposed to do, right? This is why I'm making these hateful statements about raiding. Raiding's fine. I'm just saying, for me, it's a no. Hard nope. So how am I supposed to get gear if I limit myself off the auction house? I'm not going to Azurgos. I'm not going to fucking Nax. I'm not going, whatever. I'm not going to fucking ICC. You couldn't pay me to go to ICC. I'll never step foot in ICC again. So this thing about where am I supposed to get loot from? Definitely, it's the auction house. It's not. You can't even get it from trade. What are you going to do? You're going to sit and trade all day? Okay, so let's say that you go tighter and you say no auction house, but you can trade people, right? What are you going to do? Are you going to sit and trade all day being like, I need a Crowblade, I need Crowblade. They're going to say yes, and they're going to sell it to you, but they're also going to say 20,000 gold, 2,000 gold, or something like that, right? So honestly, I'm more comfortable with blocking trades and not dealing with other humans and dealing with them through some kind of prophylactic like the auction house. Then there's no way I'm ever forgoing an auction house on an MMORPG. To me, the auction house is the MMORPG. And that's all I have to say about this. Now, I missed what you said. Yeah, there are so many people what they call true hardcore, no trading. They call it SSF. It's solo self-found. I am solo and I am self-found, but I am not limiting myself to not using the auction house. I believe, or trading. I will trade. I'll trade because I'm not an enchantment. But right here, I'm also going to unblock trades because I am not and look at me hypocritically change this, but I am not going to block trades either because I am not an enchanter and I can't sell myself enchants. And I just don't believe in having a rogue that doesn't have 4 agi to one hand and Crusader. I just don't believe in it. I don't believe in having a rogue that doesn't have Crusader and +4 agi to one hand, or whatever it is. Is it +4 or +7? I forget. One hand was +4. I was a very rich enchanter on BlackRock, on BlackRock Alliance. But I mean, like on my Night Owl Priest. But I mean, I can't give myself enchants. So if I block trades on top of it, I can't even get Crusader. I don't believe in playing WoW without Crusader on a melee. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it like I don't believe in using the auction house or whatever the fuck. I just don't believe in that. I don't like. There's no way. There's no money you can pay me to play the game that autistically. So this solo self-found thing, I don't care about whether or not somebody else gives me credit for my run or not. I'm still gonna get to 60, and I don't give a two shits what some other human says about it. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I missed what else you said, right? Yeah, I'm an altaholic, so I just leveled up like 7 characters so I can craft myself everything I need. Yeah, you can't craft yourself enchants in Classic, buddy. Can't do that. There's no such thing as scrolls, and there's no such thing as inscribing scrolls in Classic. So yeah, if you do solo self-found, what they're really saying is you have to roll engineering and enchanting. No, you have to roll. I mean, how are you gonna do? Yeah, you have to roll. You have to roll. No, you can't get enchants if you solo self-found. You can't unless you unless you roll enchanter. But that means that you don't have engineering anymore. Not that I believe in engineering, I don't. But I mean, like, it's kind of crazy if you're solo self-found. It's so autistic to do solo self-found, because at that point you're limiting yourself to being an enchanter, which frankly as a solo player is fucking terrible. It's not terrible to be a solo enchanter. It's just, it's slow. You need the income from groups. I don't believe in grouping in hardcore. I don't believe in stepping foot in a dungeon in hardcore. Later on, when I have 2,000 gold sitting in the bank and I can buy all blues for my hunter, my second or third character to 60 or whatever, I'll step foot in dead mines and stuff. Yeah. But I'm not doing that for 2 or 3 years. So I don't believe in solo self-found. I don't believe in not having enchants. I don't believe in rolling an enchanter unless you're in a raid. Like, unless you're in a guild that is doing raids and 5-mans and stuff. I don't believe in being an enchanter as a solo player. You can't pull in the greens or the money to buy you can, but it's expensive. You gotta sell enchant. I mean, it takes so much time. I did it for 10 years. I'm not slinging enchants in Stormwind. I'm just not doing that. I'm not gonna do that. That's not happening. So it takes so much time. I'm not doing that. So, like, I know the things I'm going to do and I'm not going to do. Solo self-found is not one of them. I like the auction house. I'm doing this for the auction house. I think the hardcore auction house, and I'll show you this, the auction house is the best WoW economy.
The Temple of the Moon has
I mean, like,
come to help
well, I mean, I don't need to show you this. You know it. The WoW hardcore.
Is a noble beast,
the WoW hardcore.
proud and
Shut
swift.
up.
They are an honor
Shut
to-
up, you. The WoW hardcore economy is the best economy I've ever witnessed on any game, I think. Everything sells. Everything sells for good, too. Like the kind of money you would expect it for it to sell for. And I like that. It's an econ that's not fucked. To not use the trades and to not use the auction house and to be solo self-found, that is a restriction that most streamers will do to assure legitimacy to their community. I don't give 2 shits what any human thinks about me, and never have. I don't care what some human thinks about my legitimacy in real life or otherwise. I don't care what someone thinks about that. I don't value what anybody else thinks at all. So solo self-found is like these weird rules that... I don't know. I don't know. I don't care if they thought I cheated or whatever. I'm still gonna get to 60, and I'm still gonna enjoy this economy, and I'm gonna be a greedy goblin on the auction house, and I don't care. And that's my thing about this. So then, what I like to do in Classic is collect special white and gray items that drop from low-level rare mobs, and deck out my crafting halls with cool-looking sets people don't ever see. I really love what you just said, and I'm going to record it. If you don't mind, I'm going to record streamer quotes. We call this the streamer quotes thing. You said something that almost made me cry. I think it was very pertinent to me. And so when people say stuff like this, I record it. So here we go. I have a file for this. Is it this one? I think it is. I have a file for this. Yeah, yes. So I quoted a bunch of people. No, that's my quotes. I'm looking for other people's quotes. What happened to that file? I think It's on a different desktop? No. What happened to that file? Oh, well, I'll just keep... I know it's here somewhere, but... Oh, no, here they are. There we go. So here we go. It's also too small. There we go, so I can see it. Yeah. So here we go. No, I did. All I want... This kid changed me. All I want in life is freedom to live my life on my own terms and friends and family, right? And I was like, yeah, that's so simple and beautiful that I'm going to record it just like this. Man who stands, right? What I like to do in Classic is collect special white and gray items that drop from low-level rare mobs to deck out my crafting halls with cool-looking sets people don't ever see. Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better. That is what I'm here to do. I am here to do things that I think are fun. I don't give two shits about solo self-found. I don't care about 40,000 viewership. I don't give two shits about fucking loot or money or any of that shit. Those things have not been a problem for me in 13 years, and I don't expect them to ever be a problem for me ever again. So I don't know why I would care about that stuff. I don't care about transmog like things or competitions. That to me sounds like a really vacuous, like I like vanity. I won't lie. I like vanity in WoW. I'm a vanity player. You can tell from my Volpera Foxes and stuff that I dress up, dude. I'm a fucking transmog fiend. I have blown 15 million gold on transmog, and I can prove it too. I've got it all sitting there on my fucking priest. Can I log? Yeah, I can log in my priest right now. I don't know if that stuff is sitting on me, but it should be. Yeah, I think it is. No, I don't have retail installed. It's 125 gigs, which is just insane. Just insane. Money. 41 silver, which isn't much for a level 16, but I mean, I don't care. I'm not tripping. There we go. Make some light armor. Time to get in on Final Fantasy 11 finally. Good. Tell me I'm out in the field. I'm out in the field. I love this. Oh, am I rested? I am. I'm rested. Yeah, I'm rested. Okay, I'm rested XP. I am ready to level, but I have all this crap on me that I have to deal with that I don't want to deal with. I do have a BOE to sell and a nice copper fucking gauntlets thing. Okay, and now we are in a nice spot to get my next level. We're going to do dust lizards and whatever these flies are called. I forget their name. It's like Migrant Hawker. It's a mob added by the Horizon crew. But it's perfect for me. It's like 40 more XP a kill. Is my buff on? Yes, XP buff is on. We're killing flies. We're doing good on the auto swing game. I did all the light leather. I suppose I could create stuff to sell, I guess, just to get the leather out of the way. Make some belts or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Yeah, like that. I don't care. Whatever it is. Yeah. Okay, and then let's load something I was watching. Then we're gonna grind and play WoW for a while. WoW in Final Fantasy 11. Got to go to my history. Our world is coming to an end. Aaron Bastani meets Slavov Zizek.
A breathtaking change. But I think that all the projections that we have of artificial intelligence taking over, on the one hand, the pessimist projection, we will be totally regulated by mega machines, we will lose our individuality. On the opposite hand, it will be like theology actualized. We will become one with God. They are obvious nonsense. I don't know what will happen. I don't know
what will happen. My best friend lives by the fucking, like, the adage that all I know is that I don't know. That's what I do know. The only thing that I do know is that I don't know. I don't know how to solve that problem. I don't know.
Will not happen.
Yep.
So, you see, that's my first reaction. Be precise. Declaring something possible or impossible is always also
Fallacy.
I'm sorry to use this old obscene
Fallacitical.
term, an ideological
Yeah,
category.
ideologically, it's
Situation,
horrible.
It appears like this.
Did you always want to be famous? Because did you always want to be famous? Because you have this wonderful life for most people, where you travel the world, you talk about interesting things.
I want this.
Man, you can have an opinion.
I want to travel the world with my laptop, play my WoW games and stuff, and be just rich and famous enough to talk to smart people about saving the world. That's what I want to do.
You know,
And I'm on a cruise ship. I'm on a helicopter. I'm on a plane. I'm living in Tokyo for a year. I got a boat in the Caribbean. I got a, or whatever. And I'm not talking about rich. I'm talking about I'm somewhere that I don't recognize.
People love it. You can have an opinion on politics. People love it.
Let me make a step further here.
Please.
Yeah, but
He petrified both of us. This son of a bitch. My pet got out of it. That's good. How are you going to run petrify twice? 40-second petrified. It's literally the worst dot in the history of gaming. It's not a dot. It's a. I mean, it is, or not a dot, but it's like a ailment, right? Status effect. It's the worst status effect in history. It's petrify. You can't do anything at all. You can't even open your menu. Yeah, you can open your menu, but that's it. You can't move or do anything at all for 45 fucking seconds. Imagine if they did that in World of Warcraft. Look at my character can't even sheath her weapon. She's full-blown petrified. Like, there you go. You can't keep a weapon out unless you have a target, so she won't even sheath until the petrify wears. It's crazy. Man, there's the status effect that you lie awake fearing at night. Fucking petrify.
go dialectically to the end here. I even have an opinion on films that I haven't seen, like what I wrote about Barbie.
Oh, I had something else to say, man who stands. So, by the way, there's a lucrative market on Defias Pillager. As you can see, one of the reasons I'm on Defias Pillager is because look at the market. Do you see it? The market is insane on this server. It's like the most thriving market I've seen since, I don't know, Wrath or something. These guys, they're for real. Look at all the money stuff going on. See it? I will say, I've been to both servers. Skull Rock does not have this. I consider Defias Pillager Alliance to be far superior. I think all the Horde characters who were bored of the Horde, they came to Defias Pillager. I think the real Horde is Alliance on Defias Pillager because you can see it. Look at these people talk. I would have to run to Undercity or whatever to go see what they were saying on Skull Rock, but I've been to both servers and I've spent hours in both trade chats, and Defias Pillager is lit. Skull Rock is not. Skull Rock is not lit. Not like this. No. I don't think any server is lit is as lit as this. Look at this shit. It's crazy. Oh, am I dying? Yeah, I'm dying. Am I petrified? Yeah, I'm petrified. Son of a bitch, I'm gonna die. You said, you can't even find a group for MC. Yeah. Skull Rock is the non-streamer server. Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was the streamer server because OTK is on Skull Rock. Mizkif and OTK and all them, they are on Skull Rock. They're Horde. The OTK is Horde right now. They had Alliance go, or they had Asmongold go Horde for his visit to OTK's guild. Oh, good, I lived. Fucking stressful, you motherfucker. Fucking dust lizard. Okay, let's go sell all that. I'm gonna pull stuff out too, maybe. Yep, pull that out. Out. Anything I can fit, let's go. Yep, go. All of it, it's too much. Need the light hides if I have any of them. I'm gonna save the light hides. Fine Moonstalker Pell, Grizzled Scalp. Medium high, I'm gonna save that too. Light hides. There we go. Save the light hides. Or well, let's stick some other stuff then. Save the light hides and medium hides. Crawler Claw, Murloc Eyes. Oh yeah, those belts. Yeah. I'll just sell the belts. Fuck it. Maybe I should auction the belts. There's no limit on the auctions, which is another really superior thing about World of Warcraft. 11 limits your auctions. WoW does not do that, and I love that. Like, limiting the auctions sucks, because I'm an auction house guy.
I am on.
You. I'll sell this. I don't need it. That. Yeah, I don't need that. I should potentially sell it, though. Probably get more money on the auction house for that, yeah. And, yeah, I think that's everything that needs to print, yeah. We're going to go sell whites on the auction house. Speaking about whites on the auction house. Okay, you go, you, what, I don't know, yes, go, you, yes, oh, can I afford to do that? No. Forgot to sit. Oh, I bought ginger cookies. I did. Yeah. I bought ginger cookies. Yay.
Oppenheimer, it's now a public secret that when I wrote that, I haven't seen the films, you know.
I struggle with his accent. I think he's good, but I'm struggling to understand what he's saying. So I'm just gonna watch something else.
We're in a fast food.
He's a really good speaker. I like him a lot, but I struggle with understanding what he's saying.
Food Great Depression.
I was having some dinner.
Oh, I like this guy. Yeah, my ex, she was really into this guy.
Tonight.
He's the mukbang guy. Yeah. He has an interesting look, as you can see. He definitely looks like Dolph Lundgren or something like that. Very Mortimer type. I bet his real life name is Mortimer.
I decided to get something from Culver's.
Culver's
is one of those establishments, I should add, at least prefacing this.
So
this
one of the
this is what
things I want to
started
do is I want to on weekends, if I ever make any money doing this, which I doubt, but if I ever do, I want to wear suits on the weekend and like $600 worth of raver gear during the weekdays, because I really like it when I have expensive raver clothes for some reason. Everybody's got their thing that they like to do, and I haven't bought raver clothes in 26 years or something, 22 years. And so, and I like that he's wearing a suit. I'm jealous because that suit actually looks really good. And I want that suit. I think one of the things they're doing that I think is a good idea is wearing suits. And I would like to wear a suit, I think, most of the time. It's annoying. I don't like ties, but...
at all. Culver's is one of those establishments that has always been regarded as being, yeah, it's fast food, but it's generally a little higher quality. It's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's like Steak and Shake, Culver's, Five Guys.
I've never been to a Culver's. I don't even know what that is.
These are all like fast food.
I've never heard of that. A Culver's? Is it Culvrs? Oh, Culver's. Wait, no, I've seen this restaurant. I've just never been there. Ooh, it looks good. Okay, Culver's. I've never heard of this. Okay. Wisconsin cheese curds and stuff, huh? Yeah, Culver's. It's, wow, okay. I guess that must be from, like, the South or the Midwest, I guess. That's interesting.
Plus. It's not fast food, but it's fast food plus.
At least a little bit better as far as the quality of everything,
yeah,
the consistency, the service, all of the above. It's just supposed to be a little better. I got a burger with bacon. Pretty standard, right?
Yeah.
I got it, and it was disgusting. And obviously this wasn't for a review, this is just for me to eat, and it was awful.
That's horrible. Like, we have a Culver's here, and, like, I've been there multiple times. And
I haven't been to Culver's, and I'm not familiar with the chain. It's interesting. Doesn't surprise me. I'm sure there's many like that I don't know about. But yeah, apparently they're pretty big. I had no clue. Interesting. Yeah, I saw that they had Wisconsin cheese curds, and I was like, well, they must be based in Wisconsin, maybe, because, like, how else do you get that, right? I went to go look on the internet just now to see where they were from.
And I've never had a bad burger from there.
Yeah, custard ice cream, huh? Yeah, I'm sure they're good. They sound like they're on the level of what's a higher one? Like, it's weird because on the West Coast, what's it called? Well, okay, in Colorado we call it Smash Burger. Sounds like Culver's is on the level of Smash Burger, right? Which is, I mean, Smash Burgers is a little special, but yeah, it's a little more special than I think Culver's. But yeah, like a higher end, you know. They have good fries. Burgers are just fine. Nothing special for Wisconsin. You can walk into any local tavern and get better. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, oh yeah, especially in the taverns. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I've never been to Culver's. Just a fast food place, right?
What the fuck?
It was really bad.
Wow.
Yeah, occasionally you will just get a bad meal from anywhere. They're just not cooking right, or they're not there, or they're not mentally there, or something. Occasionally you'll just get a bad meal, and I think we live in this cancel culture society that's looking to kind of blame the restaurant for this, but I think, like, cooking is a human thing. Anytime you have a cooking is human thing, you could have bad days. You could have, like, you know, you could get a bad meal, bad burger. I dislike it when food is really gross.
Multiple problems with it. It was overly salty. It tasted just off. You know, it was one of those times where the item just...
Yeah, tasting off makes me so nervous when it's like, oh, this does not taste like a normal burger. You're like, ooh, is the meat bad or something? Ooh, when it tastes wrong, I won't eat it. I'll just put it down. I have a serious issue with dark meat. I can't do dark meat. Dark meat makes me fucking sick, you know? Something about dark meat. I can do it if you disguise it, but if I can see the dark meat, I'm like, yeah, no.
Wrong about it. It just doesn't taste right. It's like one of those things where it's like you're taking a bite and you're even wondering,
what it is, but
am I going to get sick from this?
Yeah.
I ordered it with no cheese, but the thing had like 6 slices of cheese melted on it.
I really don't like it whenever people put extra cheese on things. Like,
Why?
I usually get 1 slice of cheese. 2 slices is too many cheeses. That's too much, bro. Like, I'm eating a hamburger, not a cheeseburger. Well, I guess sometimes I do order a cheeseburger, but I mean, you know what I mean? It's too much fucking cheese.
Your skill has increased.
And with all of that, it just made me wonder, number one, how did it get messed up that bad?
Yeah.
Number two, there seemed to be something more to it than just, oh, they just messed the order up, you know, it just tasted off. There were so many things weird about it. And this is from Culver's. This is, again, supposed to be an establishment that's supposed to be a higher tier fast food chain. And I hate...
You know who's really been doing a good job recently is KFC.
I haven't been to KFC now in fucking 5 years, 6, 7 years. I used to really like their tortilla, their chicken wrap. I was addicted to their chicken wrap. That shit was so good. Crunchy chicken in a tortilla, you know? Fucking amazing with like mayo and a bit of zesty sauce and stuff. And I would definitely go to KFC because I like the potato wedges. They were really like solidly good. I think their potato wedges are really good. And their chicken is like crunchy and good in a way that almost no one else will do anymore. Nobody will do crunchy chicken like KFC anymore. It is kind of annoying. I grew up on crunchy chicken, so you get used to it, and then it like sort of disappears off the menu at a lot of places, and you're like, man, I need crunchy, almost tempura chicken, you know, almost tempura, frankly.
KFC has really turned a lot of shit around.
Yeah, I bet they did.
Because like
I bet
10
they did.
years ago,
They had
like,
it.
You go to KF.
Sorry, it's a bit too loud. I'm gonna turn it down. I don't know why you put my volume button to 100. I'm sorry, guys.
KFC.
Yeah, like KFC had a lot to lose, like a lot. They definitely needed to, like, get their ass in gear. I think they were getting close to like bankruptcy and stuff. They definitely needed to fix their shit.
And
there was a point in like 2012 where I wouldn't have eaten at the restaurants. I don't think, you know.
I mean, there's this KFC. It's in like the...
This place called Local Kitchen, which combines like 7 different restaurants into a ghost kitchen for takeout. They have a great burger, and they got a patty melt mac and cheeseburger sandwich. Lol, so good. Yeah, dude. Okay, so my favorite burger place in the world was right down the street from my favorite coffee house in the world. It is called Park Burger. South Pearl, right? And we'll look at their menu, right? So Park Burger at South Pearl, and by the way, so this is what it looks like in real life. If you ever get the chance, it looks like this. You see it? It is like this all year long. It's like this all year long. It's so popular and big. Like Denver is the hipster mecca, pretty much. It's, I mean, maybe Portland's Portland is worse. But Denver's a hipster mecca, and this is the hipster burger place. And there's always some hipster place that's superior to everybody else in the city. And this is it. This place is 10 times better than Smash Burger, and I'll show you by the pictures of the burgers. And like and just the vibe of the restaurant is cool. And on the inside they have a whole nother cafeteria too that's completely full. So it's also at all times, is almost all times from when it opens at 10 in the morning until like 7 p.m. or I don't know when they close, like 9 p.m. or something at night. They're like just slammed. They're just slammed all day, all day long. This place is so fucking good, right? So if you look at the menu and the burgers on the menu, let's look and see if we got some images here of some of their burgers and stuff. Like, yeah, they don't make them like this, you know, shit like that. Oh yeah, Park Burger. Yeah, they like, oh my god. And okay, so also there's this thing that they do in Denver that was started originally at a very famous place internationally, way more famous than Park Burger. We have a hot dog place called Billy's Gourmet Hot Dogs, Denver, Colorado, on Colfax. And it sucks that you have to go to Colfax, but I mean so they are like one of the best authentic hot dog places in the world, and they struggled to keep going. Because they didn't like, the hipster crowd won't pound hot dogs. I guess they'll do beef, but they won't do like hot dogs or whatever. But the menu at this place was amazing, and they came up with something that I'm sure has been done a lot before in places like New Orleans. But they're also famous for their fries. Their fries are they take a wok, and they toss like 50 billion different crumbs of taste on the fries, and then they, right in front of you, they walk the fries and toss it up and shit, and they spin like a perfect walked fries experience with these gourmet hot dogs. They look like this. Oh, are you not going to give me a picture yet? I don't think they even need a picture, frankly. They're so good. But yeah, maybe we'll see some images on the Google. It's hard to dig up their stuff, but yeah, like that. Like the burger, yeah, the hot dogs look like this. They're fucking amazing. They're not as good as other places in the country, but this place, the reason I bring it up is this place brought like a fry, like their fries revolutionized Denver. So all the hipster like burger and hot dog places, they all wok stir their fries. Like they're like, I don't know what you would call it. They're like wok fries. They're like fries from the wok, but they're fucking so good. And their hot dogs always look amazing like this. And so all the weird hipster food, Denver was steeped in it. Only 2 blocks down from the Billy's Gourmet hot dogs, we had one of the most famous donut places in the world. That's a bad sound. Oh, you scared me. Okay. We have one of the most famous donut places in the world, which is Denver Voodoo Donuts. And oh my god, this place is so fucking good. Yeah, like, do you have let me see your menu. Yeah, the magic is in the hole, right? This place is like world famous. Look at the, okay, I know what donut this is because it's my favorite donut in the world. Guess what this donut's name is, because I know what it is. It's one of the Wu-Tang members. Oh god, what, I need the list of the Wu-Tang members because I can't remember the name. It's Old Dirty Bastard. It's the Old Dirty Bastard. It's the greatest donut in history. It's brown, it's fried brownies with peanut butter drizzled across like a fucking glazed, like higher quality glazed donut than Krispy Kreme. Bacon. You can't see it. It's bacon. There's bacon in there. There's bacon in there. It's like Breaking Bad. There's bacon in these. Yeah, there's bacon in that. There's bacon in the fried. There's bacon in the fried. Fried brownie dough that's crisped to this perfect level. It's a thin layer, but it's thick brownie, so it really crunches pretty good. And the peanut make you jizz your pants, you know what I'm saying? The Old Dirty Bastard is so fucking good, and this place is world renowned. People across the world come, like people around the world, when they come to Denver, this is one of the places that they go. So when you go to Voodoo Donuts, the line is literally out the door from 7 in the morning until 10 o'clock at night. There's like a line of 25 people from all over the city and from all over the world trying to have a Voodoo Donut. And this is Denver pride shit. Like, this is Denver pride shit, you know? Like, I love this place, and I'm not kidding. They're world, like, when I say world famous, I'm not exaggerating. Like, they are actually, like, world famous. You will see tourists come to the fucking shop. It's, like, nuts. And so, yeah, their whole story and everything. Yeah, old friends and entertainment-oriented Portlanders. Right, they're from Portland, of course. Kenneth Cat Duddy Pogson and Tress Shannon collaborated on the creation of Voodoo Donut and all this. This is... So when you go in, it's only a countertop and a spinner... Right, I can't, like, open this image in a new tab. Right, this is all Voodoo Donuts is, because it's a bakery. So bakeries aren't interesting, right? So you walk up to the counter and they're like, spin the spinner. And there's the Marshall Mathers, which, by the way, Slim Shady went in there and bought the Marshall Mathers. They got Slim Shady to come in. But they have photos of all the celebrities and shit on the wall. Of, like, celebrities who are getting a free donut by signing a picture so they can put it on their wall and shit, right? And so they named donuts after celebrities and shit like this. And they're successful with it. Oh, Captain, my Captain, all this hipster bullshit, right? Late cake, right? There's a cake donut made of cake. Just a pure cake donut, right? They're into purities sometimes. Yeah. My favorite burger in my area is there the joinery or the melt. The melt is the one with the mac and cheese patty melt, man. So good. Fuck yeah. Yeah, like, so anyways, I like to rave about weird hipster Denver fucking bullshit because I'm a Denver hipster. Within a month of its inauguration, they garnered its first mention in national media coverage. Since then, they've been featured on all the cooking channels and everything, right? They took off. They got big. All the fat fucking, you know, cooks that do cooking shows and stuff, they stop in at Voodoo Donuts because they're like a shining gem in the middle, the southwest like dining scene. This place, if you haven't lived until you've had a Voodoo Donut, which is kind of funny. Denver hipster shit always makes people sound like and seem like pretentious assholes, because we're like pretentious assholes. We have the best burgers on the planet, the best hot dogs on the planet, the best beer on the planet, the best marijuana on the planet, the best fucking donuts on the planet. I don't know why. We've got the best skiing, we got the best snowboarding, we've got the, I mean, it just, you know, we've got maybe the hottest women, maybe, I'm saying, of course, which is biased, but I mean, of course, and it's kind of funny. I think the women in Colorado rival California, because I've lived in both places. I think Colorado rivals like California. Summer on 16th Street in downtown Denver is worse than New York, because the girls are in a safe, beautiful city. I mean, it's not that safe of a city, but it's fairly safe. You know, you're not gonna get shot on 16th Street. It's just not gonna happen. You know. So they can wear whatever they want, and they do. And so going down to 16th Street is like going to a strip joint. You know, you can't get that in LA anymore. You can't get that in, I mean, you can get it in New York, which is probably better. New York's better, but you can't get that in any of the major metropolitans anymore, because the girls are scared of getting raped or taken advantage of or robbed or drug shit or that kind of thing on the corner. Like even in the major cities, it's like that. But Denver suffers from that too, but not downtown. Not downtown at all. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. So it's sort of weird. So it's like, yeah, when you go downtown in Colorado, you're going to see something, especially on 420, like when it's getting towards summer. On 420, you're going to see 200 of the, or more, well, I mean, it's thousands really, but like 200 of the most beautiful women in the world topless at the 420 rally, which is also the, you know, the gay pride parade. And it's just crazy. Like I miss my city, and I was steeped in the culture of it until they made it too expensive to live there, and I miss it very badly. I did not mean to get it off on a sad tangent here, but yeah. Now you mentioned the joinery. Wisconsin. Great burger spots, but I'm looking for the actual restaurant, the joinery. Looking for, well, I'm not looking for the Yelp, but I'm looking for, ooh, that looks good. Yeah, the joinery, okay. I'll remember. Fuck yes. Okay, so let's go back to the content now. Where did you go, content?
Fuck it, it's in Austin. If you're in Austin, you know the KFC I'm talking about, and you open the fucking door, and there could be a dead homeless person in the lobby.
Yeah, that's how East Colfax is. Yeah.
Moment, right?
Yeah.
Like, they are dead right now. KFC, and then there's like dirt on the floor. There's dirt everywhere. There's like
you ever made yourself a turtle burger? No, I have not. I doubt any restaurant makes them. Maybe some fair stand has them. You take 3 hot dogs. Oh, yes, I have. You take 3. I have done this. Yeah, 3 hot dogs on your favorite sausage. I love doing this. I do this a lot, actually. My best friend and I believe in sausages. My sausage. I'm just kidding. We believe in sausages as a cheap, reliable source of protein, because they don't fuck you on sausages like they do a lot of other meat. And so we got used to making sausage sandwiches a lot. Yeah. Yeah, he prefers chorizo. I like chorizo, but only once in a blue moon. It's a little too red for me. It's a little too wet. Chorizo bothers me. I will do it, and I must admit it's one of my favorite tastes, but I will not do it often. I don't trust chorizo. I struggle with chorizo. I've got many eating idiosyncrasies. Like, for instance, I don't like cooking, and I don't like variety, and I do like meat, but I don't like eating meat. I do not eat fish, and I the only time I've eaten fish is expensive ass $100 sushi restaurants that my best friend was paying for that would have insulted him to say no. I have not eaten fish once since I was like 6 years old. I'm weird and a magician type like that. I'm very idiosyncratic about my food. I don't like when people watch me eat. I'm definitely like an animal. I will go to the corner with my meal, and I will wolf it down in like 90 seconds, and I'll be done, and I'll be sipping the drink, and they're like, what the fuck, dude? We just spent cooking this meal. We just spent 2 hours cooking this meal. And we want to sit across from you from the table, and we really value what you thought of the meal, and you wolfed it down in 35 seconds, finished it, and you're sipping your drink, and it took me 2 hours to make this. It drove my mom crazy. She couldn't handle it. She was like, you do not eat like normal people, and I'm like, no, I don't. I'm like, done, done. I mean, and that's weird. So that's part of it too. So honestly, the food can taste good, but the food can taste good, and I value I really highly value good tasting food, but I don't go chasing it, and I don't care about it. I'd rather have a sandwich with some popcorn than a steak with perfect fried onions and perfect potatoes and stuff. Sure, the steak gets my mouth watering and stuff, but frankly, I'd rather wolf down a sandwich and some popcorn than a steak dinner. And the amount of time and effort and attention that the steak dinner takes is a problem for me. I'm a fucking freak. I am kind of crazy. I mean, they were not they were not surprised when I ended up in the mental institution for 2 years. I'm not very normal. And so I can't do people watching me eat, because how they eat bothers me. I don't want to watch them eat either. Mukbangs are something I couldn't do. I was like, yeah, I can't watch this person eat. It's disgusting to me. And honestly, how other people eat kind of bothers me too. I think most people are actually very primal like me, and they're, because of society or civilization, they aren't wolfing down the food like they want to. But frankly, I actually consider it more I consider it more human and more reassuring when people just wolf their food down and like they want to, and they just get down to their base instincts and stuff. And that's all about etiquette and other stuff with food that doesn't really apply to what we're talking about at the moment. But I don't like eating meat. I don't like the moral problems with eating meat. I'm very much a vegan at heart. And this is weird. That's something about that people don't understand about me. But I can't go a day without eating protein because I'm so big. I have such a big fucking body that's like strapping and huge that without the protein, I get sick. I get literally sick. So I've got this terrible. I hate food. I'll talk about it. I like eating it, but I hate food. I hate the problems that it represents me, and I've talked about this on stream before.
The KFC, it is what it is, right? But I go there every once in a while, right?
I really like fast food. I've always really preferred fast food to anything else, because you go through the drive-thru, they usually have the meal for you in 5 minutes. You can wolf it down in your car, and that's considered okay etiquette. Nobody's watching you eat in the car, they're watching the traffic. And so I actually really used to really like eating fast food in a car, because and my ex did too. Something about it, I don't know, it's non-committal. Nobody's watching you eat. She had, I don't want to talk about her issues, but she had things with I don't even want to talk about it, but she had a thing with this as well. And I don't know. I don't know why I bring it up. It's just that, for me, eating is not a normal thing. I'm a picky motherfucker. If the meat's not cooked, I can't do it, and I'll send it back. And I'm not doing that because I'm snobby. I'm doing it because the idea of physically eating it is going to make me vomit. And I've done that to my mother recently. I'm like, this pork is not cooked enough and I can't eat it. And it breaks her heart when I do this shit. But I'll do it. I'm like, I'm sorry, this fucking meat is not cooked enough for me to deign to eat it. I will not eat this uncooked meat. I'm just sorry. I can't. These days I want well done. I want well done. Most people like rare or medium rare. I'm not a medium rare or rare person. I can't handle medium rare or rare. It's got to be fucking cooked. You know what I'm saying? Really cooked. Shit. I'm going to die. I can't do anything because you're just not letting me do what I need to do. I need you to... Oh, because I'm petrified. Yeah, I died because I'm petrified. And I resisted the charm 5 fucking times. Yeah, great. I died because I'm petrified. Great. Well, if I could do anything, I would do something. Yeah. Nope. 45-second petrify, Jesus.
I've gone to KFC, and man, they've really turned shit around.
Okay, I'm getting back to the WoW.
The KFC, the quality is better.
Oops.
The delivery of the food is better. Culver's, I went to Culver's maybe a week ago with my dad, and it was fine. But I didn't get a burger though, to be fair. Yeah, no more dead homeless people? Yeah, they got rid of them, bro. They patched them out.
To say,
my
this
God.
isn't the first time I've noticed this either.
Yeah.
Culver's, granted, has still been a little bit better. But this has been happening more and more.
Oh, I didn't finish your comment. I'm so sorry, man. Stands. I got off on a vibe. So I'll finish what you said. I'm sorry. You said you take 3 hot dogs on your favorite sausage. I prefer chorizo. You make an X and put the third straight in the middle. Then you wrap around beef around the center. Of the X. Hot dogs. I told you about half an inch of each hot dog is hanging out the ground beef patty. That sounds so good. Then you wrap the whole thing in crisscrossing bacon and you cook that bad boy. Why the fuck not? It sounds fucking amazing. Turtle burger. Oh my god, it looks amazing! This disgusting but amazing. I would eat it. I would eat the fuck out of this, yeah. It looks hipster. I want a bigger one. Give me a bigger one. You have like a fucking slider. Yeah, like bacon turtle burger, bitch. Cool. Yeah. Enough ado. Let's get to the fucking sex. Let's get to the money shot. Yeah, money shot. There we go. Oh man, it looks like 4 wieners on a fucking plate, doesn't it? Oh man, what's it gonna look like when it's done? Oh man.
Moment of truth. Look at that. The BL turtle burger.
Oh yeah.
With a mountain of fixings like ketchup, mustard, and relish. She's the picture of pig perfection. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
I'm going in.
My mouth is watering.
I've been thinking about
Oh my god, it looks so good. It's probably so crispy and crunchy. Oh my god, it looks good. Yeah, it used to be about rare meat when I was younger, but these days I like my medium well. I'm like medium well. I'm more like well done. I'm like, nah, cook that motherfucker. Yeah.
More and more.
Yeah.
And it's not just Culver's. It's every place. McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's.
Turtle burger. I have never had a turtle burger. I have had sausage sandwiches. I've never had a turtle burger. Thank you, man who stands. I will go get a turtle burger somewhere near me.
There have been so many places, and I'm sure you've noticed this, that I've reviewed in the last couple years, where the food has just...
My god, that guy looks like a fucking... he looks like he belongs on that show 6 Feet Under. You know, the show about the morticians, right? He looks like a mortician to me. Like, really does. He looks like a full-blown mortician or like a doctor or a lawyer to me. They don't make him like this anymore. This used to be very normal. Now I think it's kind of more exotic.
It's been awful.
Yeah.
It's...
Who you might have to cook your own. Pretty rare to find them outside of a state fair food stalls. Yeah. Make my own. I'll make my own. Yeah. I've done some crazy sausage sandwiches.
I think also the problem is that, like, I mean, Taco Bell is getting sued for this. Is like the way that the food looks in the commercials. That's not the way it looks in the fucking in the bag. Like, bro, that's like Tinder versus real life, you know?
And I hate when this happens. And what bothers me even more is when it's becoming more and more of the norm.
Yeah.
When I'm trying out these sorts of items, and time and again, it's some burnt piece of garbage. It's some just vile slop, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
This man looks very OCD to me, and it's funny that I think it's funny that he's a food critic because it makes sense. He looks very OCD, and I think if you were to bring him the wrong meal, you might have a very bad time.
And this is, I want to say this right now before somebody comes in with their hot take because they're like a European or something, is like they say, oh well, it's fast food. That's what you get, right? Nah, bro, that's not what it used to be like. You would go to McDonald's.
It was so good.
Back in the day.
It was so good. Okay, when I was like 8 years old, like the the Royale with cheese, right? The quarter pounder was so fucking well made and tasted so good. And then they just streamlined it all to this like terrible process that made it like way less quality. It was when I was a kid. Oh my god.
Hey. Now you go to McDonald's because you can't celebrate.
You can't celebrate. Yep. It's actually very funny.
Now you go to McDonald's to like punish yourself. It's like, I'm such a fat piece of shit. I'm gonna go to McDonald's.
I haven't been to McDonald's in so long, like
know?
so many years.
And that's just not the way it used to be, guys. Like, I'm telling you, back in the day, I remember this shit back in 1998, 1999. I was there whenever they would have a news special that said that McDonald's had the new Happy Meal Beanie Babies toys, and my mom and I drove up to
Maintain our link
McDonald's
to
and
the
we waited
mainland.
in line for
Shit, maybe I'll go to McDonald's tomorrow. I haven't gone to McDonald's. I wonder what it is like. It has been 5.5 years, I think.
Not even kidding you.
My ex, she ordered McDonald's one time just to see what it was like. And I think that's why we did that. We hadn't had McDonald's in a long time. And it was okay. It was okay. As I remember, I was like, yeah, it's actually a little higher quality than I thought it would be, I think.
5 fucking minutes. Because we were trying to get all the Beanie Babies from the Happy Meals because they were investments, right? And everybody was doing this shit. It was the 90s. And so you would get your food there, and like those nuggets would be hot. You wouldn't have that soggy, limp dick shit that they have now. Like, I don't know what the hell happened. Now, you don't want to know one big factor.
They streamlined it. I saw the movie about it. It was called The Founder, about Ray Kroc. He streamlined all of it to the point where, like, it's essentially like a fucking, you know, like an assembly line, and it loses its quality when you do that, you know.
Is a lot of people nowadays are getting their
The restaurants
food.
used to be their own restaurants, and they could provide you a really good meal if they wanted to make a lot of money, and they did. Now it's got like every McDonald's has a McDonald's standard, you know. Oh, the Jack in the Box closed, did it? Yeah, I think okay. So I've got Jack in the Box is the most popular fast food place in my town on the Pacific Northwest Seaboard, where like they're doing the most business, but they're also dying. And so you go there and there's 3 people working. And I'm not exaggerating. There's I never see more than 3 people in a Jack in the Box anymore. 3 people working, which frankly just is not enough people to get something out faster than 7-10 minutes, something. So every time I go to this rural Jack in the Box, like you sit in the line or in the front of the Jack in the Box for like 20 minutes, and like if there's nobody in the line, you sit, and there's nobody in the line anymore because of this service problem. And so if you sit in the line, you like, I'm sorry, if the line's empty, you sit there and wait for your food, and it's like 15 minutes. If there's somebody else in the line, you've got to go to the front of the Jack in the Box and sit there. And you can expect that to happen every single time now. I'm not exaggerating. Like, every time I've been to the Jack in the Box, and I go like every 6 weeks or something. So I've been some significant amount of times now, like 10 times or something, I think. The last 10 times I've gone in the middle of the day at like 11:30 in the morning. Like, it will be so dead that the people just can't get the burger faster than 10, 12 minutes. They're just, you know, they don't have, they can't keep the rollers, the grills running because nobody's buying anything. And that's the problem. And also it's like $13 or $14 for a combo meal now. I have serious like economic reservations about spending $14 on anything, much less like fast food that does nothing for you, basically. It tastes good, it makes you happy, but so it has something that does speak for it. But it is not this thing where you know, yeah, that's all I have to say. It's just, it's like this whole thing about Jack in the Box. I wonder if they're gonna die. I think in my town. And that's very weird because McDonald's will take over and Taco Bell is doing just as well as the Jack in the Box, and the other one that's doing gangbusters is Wendy's. But that's it. Those are the 5 choices, and Jack in the Box is slowly dying. You can see it. Their lines are empty and they're dying. And I don't know what this means to that whole subculture, but I know that it's bad when one of the big ones dies. I think it's bad. It causes the quality of all the other ones to suffer. Yeah, In-N-Out is cheaper than our McDonald's now. That's sad. It's sad because In-N-Out is the higher quality one that really always stood on their quality. Then McDonald's is expensive now, and I think that was the worst choice they could have made. They needed to keep that. You know, they could have kept it. You know where I think they would have been safe? Would have been $9.99. I don't know what the limit is, but I'd say I don't think any fast food meal should cost more than $9.99. And I believe like a single burger should be $6. A double burger should be $8, and this is how I did my drug deals too. This is exactly how I sold my dope, and I was successful as hell too. Like and then $10 for the triple burger. And this causes people to buy the triple burger, which is what you want. You make more money off that. That's how I made my dope money, too. So you want them to buy, I said 50, 70, 90. And they always bought 90s. They were like, shit, I can get a gram for 50, or I can get 3.5 grams for 90, which is such a significant better deal in terms of my quantity that I'm just going to save up the $90 and just step for 90. And my business model worked. It worked really well. It was genius. I sold $50 grams, which is a ripoff. And if they asked me why it was so much, I said, because I want you to buy a ball for 90, you know? And they're like, why? Well, because it's 3 times the amount for like only double the price. You know, it's a good deal. It's not even double the price. It's like 40% more of the price. It's like 140% something. It's not crazy. It's so. And this is where they would have kept slinging burgers if they had stuck to a $10 price point for the max thing in the store. They would have kept selling burgers better and survived better. But instead, they let it climb to like $13 or $15 now. Like, shit, let's go do this. I don't think I give any information away. I don't think at all. By going to Uber Eats, I probably will. I can't go to Uber Eats safely without giving away personal information. Or I would go order a meal on... I mean, where do I go? Where do I never go? I could order a meal on Postmates or something, but it's not accurate. I don't know. But I know that it's like $13 to $15 for your average visit to the fast food place now. And I think this killed the industry because I think fast food is a misnomer. I think how people think of fast food restaurants is cheap food. It's not fast food. We're looking for cheap food. We're looking for cheap food. You know, a meal that's only $7, $8, $10. I think fast food is a misnomer. I don't think we even care if it's that fast even. I think it's cheap food is what we're actually after. And if the fast food companies were to realize this, they would break their price points down by about 35%. We're not talking about a lot here. You're at 100% at $14. I'd like you to drop $4 off that for the biggest thing in your menu, right? Most expensive thing in your menu. It shouldn't be $14 for the most expensive thing for the triple burger on your Wendy's menu. It should always be $10. And this people get their meals for $6. They know if they get a single burger for $6 for $5.99, they get a single burger with fries and a medium drink. They know they're not going to starve if they eat that, and they know that they're only going to spend $6. If they want to get greedy, they spend $8 and they get a double burger, right? And if they're fatty and they got money and they want a triple burger, they spend $10. Tell me they're not going to come back a lot more if they're only spending $10. There's this fine price point balancing that I think they're idiot accountants and they're gougers and they're people that tell them what to charge for those fucking burgers, right? Like, those burgers, like, they charge too much for them, so now they aren't selling as much as they should. And I think Jack in the Box is dying because of this. Jack in the Box did an interesting meal that I really liked, that I lived off of, disgustingly lived off of for like a year and a half out here, called the Jack's Munchie Meal. And it was a burger and half fries and half onion rings and 2 tacos and a drink for $6. And you could tell the minute that the drive-thru opened at 10 p.m., everybody in the county came and they got their munchie meals. And they sold way more Munchie Meals than they did anything else, because that $6 price point, right, was so good that you could see people lining up to do the late night deal at like 9 p.m. or whatever it was, right? And I lived in that culture. I was a taxi driver, and I bought my $6 Munchie Meal every fucking night because it was a really fucking good deal. It was $6, and it was a great meal, and it never left me wanting or anything. And they made more business off me then, and I loved Jack in the Box. It's like almost my favorite one. So now, guess what it is for a Munchie Meal? It's $10. That's like literally not a 100% markup, but it's like 67%. It's right on the cusp of what's unacceptable, basically. It's like right to the top of it. So now I'm going to get back to the comments. I'm going to publish them here. I don't mean to be rude. Man Who Stands says, the Jack in the Box closed in my town, and it's been like 7 years now since I had their curly fries, and I've been thinking of driving 30 minutes to get some someday. No, it's going to suck, dude. Yeah, In-N-Out's cheaper than McDonald's. That's why Costco is expanding while fast food is struggling. Get a whole 4 foot by 4 foot cake for $40, you know. Yep, exactly. So, and on top of it, like it's not that much cheaper to go to whole paycheck or as I like to call Whole Foods, whole paycheck, right? It's not that much cheaper to go to Whole Foods than it is Whole Foods to go then to a fast food place. But I still think the happiness you get from the fast food place from the garbage food is better than the happiness that you get from the Whole Foods. So, and this is something that the McDonald's know very well and is selling, all the fast food places are selling, that I think we don't value as much as we should. There is some pure joy in biting into a bacon burger from a sinful joint that charged you, $7. So I think they need to change their price point. They need to change their burgers. They need to change their approach. Their price points I don't know how it's economically feasible. They keep complaining about supply routes. But if anything, I see more trucks on the road than I ever have in my entire life. I don't know why they keep talking about supply routes. I see so many trucks on the road all the fucking time where I live. It wasn't like that when I was a kid. We didn't have those kind of this amount of trucks on the road. I'm not sure I believe their lies about supply chains, and I don't know who they is. I think it's the media. I think the media lies about supply chains so they can run their inflation and raise their prices with careless abandon. And I suspect that they do this together. I think they kibitz together, and they say, well, because of COVID, the fucking supply lines are horrible, but there's more Amazon trucks and more fucking trucks on the road than I've ever seen in my entire life. What do you mean supply chain? I'm not so sure. I think for chipsets, yeah, but for supply chain, no, not at all. And so, and these lies cause them to be able to charge it's like $9.60 for the Munchie Meal when it used to be $6.70, $14.50 for a Big Mac meal, and depending where you live, it could be worse. If you're in Lahaina, which just burned down, a Big Mac meal for me was $37. I ordered it and I was like, yeah, this will be the most expensive meal I've ever had. And it was the cheapest meal I could get in Lahaina, was $37.
Food delivered. And you cannot expect to get your food delivered and for it to have the same freshness as it would have if you ordered it at the store.
Yeah, it's weird because, okay, so somebody that I was with really liked delivery food and really liked the Uber Eats culture, and so do I. And I really liked, I believe in this stuff too. I really liked living in Denver and having them bring me 2 meals a day for like a $5 markup, $6 markup. I was actually okay with that. I was like, dude, there's no way. I just worked for 2 solid days. I'm high. I need a meal. I'm not driving. I know that I know that I shouldn't go out. I have no food in the house, and I'm gonna starve to death if I don't order something. And Uber Eats is fucking perfect for that. And then eventually you get too addicted to it, and you're like trying to order it every day, and that's the problem with it though. my friend has a ratatouille sense of taste, and I suspect I do too, because those people get along with me pretty well. But I don't like food. That's the difference. I think I have a ratatouille taste like them, and I know when something's very refined, and I know what the sources and all the herbs and everything that they used is. But I don't value food. So, like, it's hard for me to relate to them. So we ordered a lot of food, and when the food arrived, it was almost always soggy and old and mostly cold, and we would exploit this to get free food all the time. We'd be like, this is old and cold, we want a new one, and we would get a second whole meal for later on that night or whatever. And she liked doing this more than me. And honestly, like, this reality of, like, okay, so if you have a ratatouille sense of taste, don't order delivery food all the time. It's going to be soggy and old. And he's got a very valid point about this. And this is another problem with the delivery thing. They thought and I did this. I was a food delivery driver for a long time. They thought that having a bake bag or a pizza bag or something was going to keep the heat in. But no, if you really want to keep, like, food hot or cold, you have to get a heater or a freezer. I mean, that's actually the truth. If you want to be a successful Uber Eats driver, you must have a freezer and a fucking heater in your car. I looked into it. I have friends who did it. Like, I did it. Like, you know, like, I didn't buy a heater, but I was close. You know, I was close to buying a heater, because food goes cold so fast. It's like 6 minutes or something. That's the actual reality. It's like 6 to 12 minutes. It's like fucking crazy. It goes really fast. So I don't know. I don't know what the solution is to that, but I think fast food also should be doing really good deals with Uber Eats to keep that industry alive as well, because to me they go hand in hand. So I don't know why an Uber driver can't take, like, a $3, like, I mean, I know why, but it sucks. Everything costs so much that the Uber driver can't do, like, a $4 ride on a Burger King delivery that's right down the street from where he's going to pick somebody up, because the gasoline is so expensive, because the food is so expensive, because the insurance is so expensive, because the rent is so expensive, because the cost of living and the quality of life is so expensive. The Uber driver can't do kind of and I wanted to do $4 rides on the way to some other ride, which is what they can do when the technology gets good enough to do. The AI can line up rides where you can take a $4 ride from Burger King to someone's house. And so I think their price points are where they fucked up. I think their price points on a barrel of oil is fucked up. I think their price points on cars and rent and Burger King and all that shit is fucking fucked up right now. And I think they would make more money. I really do. I fundamentally believe this. I think they would make more money. They would sell more products. They would be happier fucking, like, shitlords if they, corpos. They'd be happier fucking corpos if they cut those prices a bit and started doing quantity sales. And I know that the quality suffers when you do this, but I mean, that's how I feel about this. The price points are what's wrong with it. If they sold it cheaper, I would buy it more. If I could get an Uber Eats for $14, I would buy it a lot more. But it's like $27. And they have to understand, you're going to make no sales at all and die out unless you're competitive on that market. And for a while, I could get, on a good deal day, on a Saturday night, if the delivery fee is comped because the restaurant's on fire in Denver, Colorado, in a major city, that doesn't apply to where I live now, but it did where I used to. You should be able to get an Uber Eats meal for $18. Now it's like $27. When they marked it up, I mean, that markup. Lately I heard Game Pass is in trouble with the Xbox crowd, because the whole time that they did Game Pass, they kept saying, Phil Spencer kept saying, there will be price hikes, right? And right now, I think Game Pass is like $10, and Ultimate's like $15. But that's going up. And I think that's a fuck up. It's not because I'm a cheapskate and I can't afford to pay it. I think it's that they don't understand that a lot of business has to do with quantity. When you're selling on massive scales like that, and you're doing quantity, your whole value as a vendor is bringing me a cheaper price because you're doing all that fucking business. If you're selling all the ammo in the world, or you're selling all the meds, or you're selling all the greens, or you're selling all the reds or the blues or the whatever they have used, you're selling all the marijuana or whatever, you should be able to provide your customer a cheaper price per capita. And this is what's unacceptable about the fast food places dying out or having $14 fucking price points in 2023 when we're all dying of inflation anyways, right? Is you can't hike the price at that point because we gave you so much volume of fucking business. You can't do it and expect us to stick around and remain your customer. You can't do it. It breaks the golden rule. The customer is always right. If we make you rich by making McDonald's so busy and so famous and such a huge volume seller, what do they say? 8 billion served on the sign or whatever, right? If we're the 8 billion served, you can't raise the price to $14.50 or $14.99. You can't do that. We made you. I mean, you can, but we won't remain a customer. Like honestly, that's like a betrayal kind of, because we put so much money in your fucking pocket that yeah, you did streamline it, but where it cost was the quality, not the price. Like you put the cost over on the consumer for the burgers because the quality is not good because you had to streamline everything. But the problem is you streamline everything. Normally when you're a businessman, if you're assembly lining and streamlining everything, you're trying to provide a strict level standard of something at a certain price point that makes you so much money per capita that you're going to be rich. That's simple enough, but when you raise the price so high that the assembly line did not benefit the consumer stops using your product unless they're addicted to it, which brings the other side of the fucking fast food mess that I didn't want to touch in this session, is they're essentially crack dealers, and I'm going to leave it at that. They're crack dealers for kids. Look at what McDonald's did for kids, you know? But I'm not trying to hit them on this session.
For yourself. So that's a very important.
To go out and kill stuff now.
There's a lot of little things about this that have changed.
Fucking
pretty much every
petrified
item
sucks.
that I review is just it's disgusting in some way or another, or it's just so overpriced that it might be all right, but it's like you're burning your money.
You're just burning your money, okay. So I experienced this in the dope scene when they started putting fentanyl in everything instead of giving me the methamphetamine that I still love so much that I'm willing to say I love it like I do pussy money or weed or something like that. I love methamphetamine as a product because it gets the job done. For 3 days you're on stims and you can't sleep and you're fucking crazy. I believed in the product, but until they started cutting it and raising the price so much that you're like, this is not what I fell in love with. And I watched my ex do this. Okay, for my ex, it wasn't drugs ever. It was Uber Eats. And it's not like she was fat. She's just a foodie who loves exotic foods from different restaurants and who wants a palette of restaurants to pick from, because eating is like her favorite thing to do almost. And it's not like she eats a lot or she's unattractive or fat. She's like an actual foodie. She likes food. She likes the taste of it. And you can see it. The same dysphoria that I experienced when the dope got awful and cut and disgusting, right, that caused me to get sober, right, essentially, right, is the same dysphoria that caused her to stop ordering Uber Eats. Is because when the food arrived, it was old and soggy, and the restaurants weren't providing the fucking taste adventure that she was paying for. And they raised the price. Which is like, frankly, in a fast food culture, raising the price is like the cardinal sin. You can't do that. We made Ray Kroc rich by the sheer volume of the 8 billion served. The 8 billion deserve a cheap price. You can't go volume and quantity like McDonald's and then double the price, motherfucker. That's not how that works. You didn't suddenly start offering blowjobs with the Big Mac or something. It's still the same Big Mac that you used to charge $7 for. You know, and I'm sorry to be crude, but like when I see this stuff, $14 to $28 for a visit to McDonald's or something, I'm like, you know what I first think? It's this old shitty sexist fucking joke, but it's what I still think is what comes to my mind every single fucking time. Better get a blowjob with that. Better better get a blowjob with that $100 bottle of vodka or whatever. Better get a blowjob with that $100 hotel room. Like, what? You know, like what's you know, okay, we came up in the culture of Airbnb. And by the time we left it, we were like, even my girlfriend was like, better get a blowjob. My girlfriend was saying it. Better get a blowjob with that. Because it's serious, like how much money they want for some of this shit. That's the same quality we were paying for 5 years ago. For $7, you know? And now I'm going to get to what Man Who Stands said. I'm sorry, I was on a bit of a soliloquy here, you know? Shit, I hate how it does this. Please fix this. Damn it. So here we go. Amanda Sands, get a, yeah, if you look at the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, it has like 38 ingredients and 29 of them are made and artificial. Absolutely. Also, the food doesn't taste good to me anymore like it did when I was like 20. Dude, okay. We must have lived off of chalupas. Just lived off them. Because they were $1. You could go to Taco Bell. We put billions of dollars in their pocket. I must have personally given Taco Bell $3,000 between the ages of 16 and 19 on just chalupas. $3,000 off just chalupas. I must have bought 3,000 of them or something like that. Sure, I got like a little bit fat because of it too. I didn't get like fat, but I got like bigger because of it. Like you can't eat chalupas all day. And I'll get there. I get to the Taco Bell, and if it's a bad day, you're buying one chalupa. If it's a good day, you're buying 2 chalupas. If you have money, you're buying 3 chalupas, and you're really happy, right? And no matter what, between $1 and $3, you could have a meal. And it was the happiest I'd ever been. It was high school age. They weren't fucking us on $7 meals, you know. You could get a soda for 50 cents. You know, it was a different time. So now they're like, it's the same shit, right? It's the same shit, but it doesn't taste good for some reason. The marijuana is like this. You don't get as high off this marijuana as you did when I was like 24. And trust me, at that point, I had been smoking weed for 10 years, and I still remember it. The dank marijuana that I bought when I was 24 in the Colorado scene was so much better and so much stronger, and definitely had that, oh my god, I got the munchies, we gotta go to the Torchies and get tacos, man! I'm so stoned, let's put on Half-Baked. I've seen Half-Baked 600 times, but I want to see it again because I'm so high off this marijuana that it's actually like the drug THC delivered at a level that lays you out, and you're like there on a couch like, oh my god, this movie is so funny, I can't even laugh because I'm so stoned, man. Now I'm smoking hash, not marijuana, hash. And I'm doing 20-minute soliloquies, word perfect, without using words like or any of this. This is not the marijuana that I grew up on. It is not the burgers that I grew up on. It is not the liquor that I grew up on. It is not the beer that I grew up on. It is not the politicians that I grew up on. It is an old boomer. Oh, you want to sound boomer? Make this argument that I'm making right now. This is the original boomer fucking argument, but it's not. Something happened where everything is a tenth of the fucking value, to the point where my fucking girlfriend is saying, or my ex-girlfriend, whatever, and I'm not saying, but it's like a current past joke, right? Right at the time she said it, my fucking girlfriend is like looking at her phone at the Uber Eats and muttering, better get a blowjob with that. When the girl's saying it, there's something really wrong. I mean, of course, because it is kind of funny when the girl says it, but I mean, but she's serious because she knows, like I know, a blowjob is like, what, $100-$300 or something like that, $400 if it's like high end or whatever. That's like, but you know the quality is going to be good probably. So it's like kind of weird. It's like, I don't know, like it's that pricing, some of their pricing, like, okay, looking at a computer, okay, a brand new gaming computer in 20 to like 2000 and I want to say 5 on Newegg, or not Newegg, but like I would say something more fancy, like Dell would have been $1,400. My Alienware was $2,700 after insurance, And somewhere along the line, the hardware scene just decided that they could charge double what we used to pay 5 years ago. And I get scared about this. Let's go see what a 4090 goes for right now today in 11/9/2023, because I'm actually in the market for a video card. Let's go see what the 4090 costs right now today, because it's gonna scare me, right? I want to buy RTX 4090 Ti or whatever. No, I don't want the computer. I want the Ti. Yeah. The Amazon deal on the 4090 Ti. Let's see what they want to sell me, right? $880. The same cost that the entire fucking computer, right? The entire computer was in 2005, which wasn't that long ago. That was like 12 years ago. Yo, granny with your granddad, you with your inflation, you bitching about inflation or whatever. But this is not inflation. This is double to triple the inflation is like when it goes up by 1 to 3% every few years, and you're like, wow, it got to 15% pretty quick, didn't it? That's inflation, right? This is double to triple the fucking price for the same product that it was 10 years ago. Now, it's not the same product. This is far more advanced, but and this isn't even I type in 4090 and I get 4070 because that's what they want to sell to me. It's kind of funny, but I want a 4090. What will you sell me a 4090 for? Can you get it correct? Oh my God. I need you to actually do this right. No, not 3090. Why is there not a processor here? This is frankly a little bit embarrassing, Amazon. This quality of search is a little bit fucking embarrassing. It is. So... anyways, I'm trying to find a 4090. Apparently, you can't even really get your hands on them, maybe. Is that what it is? Might be. Chipset. I gotta get away from this goblin. This sound is driving me crazy. Get me out of here. Yep, so what? You can get a 4070 for $800, and I want to buy this, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to buy that, because everything is double to triple the price now. Dude, where's my car? Was my buddy in my movie? Yeah, dude, where's my car? Dude, where's my car? Yeah, dude, where's my car, man? Half-Baked, How High? Dude, where's my car? To a lesser extent, Pineapple Express, because it was way newer. Half-Baked was the big one for me, but yeah, like there was a lot of stoner films like this. Yeah. Anyways, going back to the video now. I'm gonna actually play some games.
The best part is that you're burning your money for absolute garbage when it's bad. But
Right.
That's another thing. Like the last video that I did.
And so yeah, so now you can see how his sensibilities are offended. Do you see it? Because he is kind of a classy and refined person. My ex was as well. And you can see this offending them, that they're spending this kind of money, but they're not getting the taste adventure that they feel that is the base requirement for even experiencing whatever it is, be it a hotel room or a burger or like a drug or an alcohol or an experience or a movie or a television show, whatever. If it doesn't live up to the initial experience that they believe it should be, you can tell that this causes this social morass for them. He looks to me like a genuinely depressed person, specifically because his passion is food, and the food that they make in the modern days is garbage. And I can see it on his face, and I can see it on her face. And I think she would love me for saying this. I mean, she probably would love me for saying this. I can see it on their face. They don't have depression. They've got something worse. It's like buyer's remorse before they buy anything. It's like pre-buyer's remorse. It's like they know. You can see it on their face. They're downcast, and they're trodden, and they're unhappy, and they're not living. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's very nice of you. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we're going out in the world now, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, and he looks slightly depressed to me as my ex did, but they're not unhappy people, you know? unless something's bad is happening. They might be unhappy people if something actively bad is happening, like the cops are fucking with them or something like that. They're unhappy people if something's fucking with them, but they're not unhappy people deep down inside. They're like neither him or her. I don't think so. I don't think he's a deeply unhappy person. I don't think so. But they are experiencing a malaise due to the fact that, like, the quality of food that they were raised on just isn't there anymore. And this is an extremely important thing for him to mention. It's a cardinal sin in the restaurant business to have the quality of the food decline. It can only stay the same at best, or get better over the years. It cannot decline. The food, there's like several cardinal sins that these fast food places are engaging in. And honestly, I'm not one to talk because I don't buy fast food. I don't spend a lot of time or money on fast food. I really don't. I don't spend a lot of time thinking about it. So I'm not a good person to weigh in on this, I would say. I am divorced from it. I don't spend a lot of time on time or money on fast food. I buy it once a month, sure, but I don't, when I go out to buy my groceries or whatever, but I do this because I'm looking for an experience that makes me happy for 10 minutes or whatever, and it's kind of like a drug, but I'm not getting it. I'm not getting from the chalupas. Even if they're the same chalupa, they don't taste the same to me. They don't have the savory goodness of somebody who really took the time to carefully, do this. And so, like, I don't know. I think it's a cardinal sin that's affecting the happiness level of really honest, good people who live their lives and work jobs and don't live as criminals and stuff like that. Like, people that are actually salt of the earth. I think one of the things that they live for is a good meal. I really do. I think it's like, it's sacrosanct. You can't really fuck with a human's meal. You can't phone that in. It's a cardinal sin. It's something that, like, we don't want you to have a McDonald's if the Big Mac sucks. And I don't think the Big Mac sucks. I'm not saying it does. I'm just saying, how much do you charge for a Big Mac? It's going to be $5. That's not, I don't think the product is commensurate with $5. I think I want bacon with that at that point. I think I want the double patties and stuff, and a bit more lettuce and a bigger burger. If it's going to be $5 to $7 for a Big Mac, I think I want a bigger burger with, like, bacon on it and stuff. I don't know what the price point of a Big Mac should be, but I'm not sure it should have ever been more than $4. $4. So if you tack on fries and a drink, the most you're paying is $7 for the fucking combo and $4 for the fucking Big Mac. But now it's like goddamn $12 or whatever, $10.99, $11.70.
For those Arby's.
You can see this is affecting him and my ex in a really, and their whole generation. There's a generation of people raised on mukbang who believe in the sensory value. I mean, it's humanity itself. It's all of humanity. We're raised on savory, good food, and the garbage that they're phoning in now is like a cardinal sin thing where lose your business if you're doing this in 2023. Lose your business, McDonald's. If you're charging $7 for a Big Mac that isn't even worth the $7, lose your business in my estimation. I think that's what's happening to, this originally came up because, Man Who Stands mentioned, what's it called? Jack in the Box being dead in his hometown, and I was like, yeah, or I mentioned that. He mentioned Jack in the Box. I mentioned that it was dead. I can't remember the story that he told. He said something about Jack in the Box here, but yeah, but we've talked a lot here. It's hard to nail it down, but yeah, yes, so Jack in the Box is dying specifically because they doubled the prices and lowered the quality. You can't do that. That's what the drug dealers did, and that's why the cartel is a mess. That you can't do this. These are cardinal sins. Pablo Escobar knew it, but he did it anyways. You can't step on the dope with garbage. You can't do it with the fast food. You can't do it with guns. You can't do it with church. You can't evangelize people. You can't do it with fucking, you cannot fast food nation everything. You just can't. Quality is necessary in most human things. Very seldom can you sacrifice quality, especially on food. You can't sacrifice quality on food. I mean, you can, but you must have a lower price at that point. If you're going to make a Big Mac that isn't even half as good as the Big Mac I had 10 years ago, the price must go down. It can't go up. That's how economics and feasibility works. If the quality is half what it was 10 years ago, your price must go down if you wish to keep your business. It can't go up. That's not how Econ 101 works. So yes, you're going to lose your Jack in the Box business. Yeah. You know, you're going to lose your you're going to lose your Pizza Hut. You're going to lose your Domino's. You're going to lose your McDonald's. Yeah, because you cannot, you know, cut the quality in half in the assembly line process that is trying to be a massive, you know, fucking supplier like that, and still raise the price after you lower the quality. That's just not how that works. It's kind of like basic Avon Barksdale Econ 101 stuff. You step on the dope, you won't have any customers left. I mean, you will, but they're gonna hate you, and they're gonna try and rob you, and they're gonna shoot you and shit. Like you can't cut the dope with garbage. You can't.
I mean, there have been
you cut the Big Mac with garbage. You know you did. What's in the Big Mac? I mean, I don't want to go down that road, but it's disgusting. It's.
Burger King has done their mac and
I'm sorry, guys.
cheese.
Gotta pee. I'll be right
Those are
back.
better than that.
Not long.
That's pathetic.
Oh, I threw my back out so bad.
Like, Arby's is one of those
Boomer
places
back.
where, like, if you drive a pickup truck and you don't wear a shirt, you go to Arby's. And, like, you try to pay them with cash, and they have to call in the manager because they don't know how to make change. Like, I've never met a person that works at Arby's that isn't a fucking moron. Every time there's something wrong. Because, like, my dad and I, we used to, like, back in the day, we used to get Jamocha shakes at Arby's. Like, this is, like, a thing that we would do. It's because we would volunteer to fix up, you know, some, like, different, like, national, like, park areas. And, you know, we did it for exercise, etc. And then afterwards, we would go and get Arby's, get, like, a drink there, something like that, right? And so this is how it was for a long time. I went there all the time, and every time there'd be some moron there. The thing is, though, it really depends on the place, because, like, if you go, and I'm gonna just keep it real here, is like if you go to the Taco Bell in the hood, you're gonna get a shitty fucking food. You're gonna get some garbage. You're gonna get some slop. But if you go up to, like, you know, here in Austin, you go to Lakeway, you go to Westlake, and you get your food at Taco Bell, bro, that guy, actually, let me show y'all. Like, real quick, I even have a video of this shit to show you what the difference is.
I had a boomer moment with somebody recently. I went to a Taco Bell, and like 2 months ago, I went to a Taco Bell, and I ordered a chalupa meal because I'm obsessed with chalupas because they poisoned me when I was a child, right? So now all I ever order is chalupas. And so when I got there, they were like, would you like sour cream on your chalupa? And I was like, yes, I would. And they were like, okay, cool. And they were like, okay, pull forward. And I did. And I was like, he didn't tell me the price. But then I forgot about it. I was like, well, okay, I'm thinking about dope, and I'm thinking about alcohol, and I'm thinking about pussy or whatever, women. Sorry. I'm not thinking about, I'm like out shopping, so I'm thinking about the dope and the alcohol I'm gonna buy or whatever, and so I pull through and I get my meal, and then they're like, okay, they hand me the receipt, and something ticks me, and I drive off, and as I'm leaving, I look at the receipt, and it says like 13. It was like $14.60 or something like that. And I was like, I ordered like a $10.60 meal, but the total was $14.60. And so I go in there, and they're like, oh yeah, there's like a $2.70 upsell charge on the sour cream. And I was like, I didn't want to buy $3 sour cream. And they were like, well, but you ordered it. And I was like, no, you upsold it to me and didn't tell me how much it was. Refund. And they were like, okay. And then they just refunded me. And I don't know if you guys have gone through that, but apparently now they're doing the same thing that I was taught. I don't know if you've ever worked at a movie theater, but I have. And when you're working in a movie theater like a dumb kid, when I was like 13, I worked at the movie theater, and they force you to upsell, and they'll fire you if you don't. And they'll listen to your fucking cashier station, and they'll like every shift, and they'll be like, "Are you upselling? Are you upselling popcorn?" This is literally how this is. I don't know if you ever experienced this on the inside, but that's how it is. If you're a teenager and you're not upselling that $3 like upgrade to the popcorn or whatever, and from the medium to the large soda, and you have this whole spiel that you have to deliver, they can and will fire you, because that upsell is everything to them. And then I catch Taco Bell doing it to me to the point where I'm asking for a refund. I was like, wait, there's no way you can charge $3 for sour cream. And he was like, yeah, it's $2.70. I was like, I don't have $3 for sour cream. I can go down there and buy an entire container of sour cream for $1.90 or something like that. I don't need a dollop of sour cream that's $3. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to pay you that. And I just like was like, refund now. And that was weird, because I haven't asked for I haven't asked for any refund from any fucking fast food place, even if the food was horrible, in, I don't know, 20 years. But when he upsold me the fucking when he upsold me the sour cream, and I'm not dumb, I know what upselling is. You know, I was like, okay, did he just give me free sour cream, or did he give me, like, for 90 cents or something, did he give me sour cream? I was willing to pay 70 or 90 cents, I think, for it, but not $2.70 or something, whatever it was. It was so insane. It was, like, so crazy. And I was like, no. And I canceled the meal over that. And they were like, have a nice day, sir. And I was like, refund, you know. It was, and that was weird. And so now I wonder if they're so desperate that they might be forcing their kids to upsell now too.
Asmongold, pink sparkles,
which is always the sign of a dying industry. Look at what happened to the movie theaters. They want to upsell. Remember the Blockbuster rental late fees, right? That was like an example of just rampant theft, essentially. But I mean, also keeping the rental is also rampant theft. So I'm sympathetic to both sides on it. But there's a business that lived off of their late fees, which is just crazy. You know, we accepted them, but it made me crazy.
Bell. And so this is my girlfriend at the time, not anymore, because it's me, right?
Right.
And so, like, this dude, like, we go to Taco Bell, everything is totally...
Oh my God, she's hot.
Like, look at that. He's so nice.
I wasn't really in the wrong, but it's like...
I wasn't in the right either, probably,
we
yeah.
do that all the time. There's one.
And so, anyway... Oh, fuck. Does it not show it?
Can I get a chicken quesadilla? Oh, okay, so I was about to say, man. Okay.
So it's like they're already having fun playing games, and this is, by the way, like she lived in a nice area, right? He says no.
I don't have anything to say other than we really enjoy you two together.
I think I'm gonna GoPro my walks. Yep, and I think I'm gonna walk along a train track. Yep. And I think I'm gonna buy a GoPro for Christmas. And I'm gonna oh shit, what happened there? Oh no, what'd you do? Did you kill all my games? What are you doing? Did you kill my stream? Oh no. Did you kill my stream? You didn't kill the video, did you? No. Okay, good. Did you kill Final Fantasy? Yes, you did. Damn it.
Jesus, I hate TTS.
And large Pepsi with light ice.
Yeah, I won't do. I'll never.